This is where we're going to look at Ole Miss and how they use their orbit motion, which would have the receiver right here starting going into the backfield and just goes all the way across to create a 3x1 set, could create a 2x2 from 3x1, all that stuff. And what they did this past year, how they got the ball out, whether they were play action off of it or they're using it for RPOs, different things. But we'll take a look real quick. This look here against Mississippi State, not exactly sure if they started here because the clip's a little cut off or if they started right there. But pretty much the same concept. You got a guy that's going to make it a 3x1 set over here to this side. And this could really be a pre-snap look. It could be a post-snap look, whatever you want to do. But right here, all you have to do is count numbers. So right here, Ole Miss has 5. Mississippi State has 5 plus 1. So they're plus 1 right there. So the numbers out here are right. Obviously, Mississippi State could have rolled a safety down, rolled over, all that stuff, but they didn't. So right here, Corral does a great job seeing that there's not enough numbers out there. Even though this guy gets out of the box, the real way to make that where it's even is to get a guy rolled to it. So nobody rolls to it. They don't bump these backers very hard. They don't do anything like that. So they stay pretty stagnant with this look. So right here, as you see, ball's getting snapped. It looks like they're running outside zone that direction. Corral actually gets a fake into the pocket. Not sure if he's looking at safeties, what he's looking at. But right here, he just pulls it, flips it out there to his guy on a 2nd and 4. Good job right here working outside shoulder. Obviously, with the leverage, it's easy to get there. Right here, trying to work outside shoulder. He's going to try to keep contained. Pretty aggressive, but right there, staying on. Might want to speed those feet up so we don't get a hold call. But right there, able to get a first down based on just the leverage there on the pre-snap look. So right there, if you stopped it, you'd say we're good unless his safety rolls down into the box, which he doesn't roll down. Corral flips his hips, flips it out there to his guy. Decently accurate ball. Probably want to have a little bit more base. Drop your hips just a little bit so we can get a little more energy and not just get pushed back into everything right there. Now we're having to try to speed our feet up and keep from getting that holding call. But right there, easy throw and catch for a first down against Mississippi State. This is a real interesting look here against Tennessee. A lot of moving parts here on this. So if you're just looking to run this as RPO right here with this motion, again going from the slot, trying to make it into a 3x1 set. If you're looking at this as far as RPO, maybe you run an outside zone, whatever zone base, you're going to block those 5, read this guy. If you watch this read right here as the ball's getting snapped, he actually gets out. So if we're reading that guy, that's not what we want to do. But the real read may have been the secondary. So as he comes in motion, nobody runs with him, so it's very obvious it's not man-to-man. And right here you can see this safety starts getting a lot of depth, getting to the middle of the field. So the roll is going away from where that motion is going. So if the roll is going away from 3x1 and they're dropping to basically a cover 3, you should have good numbers, especially if you're blocking most dangerous right here. Leave that corner to make a play. That's what they do right here. So as you can see, they're rotating. Safety's actually rolling down into the box. You're going to blitz right here. He's going to cover 3. He's rolling to the middle deep. There's the flat defender. There's the hook curl, and they're able to snap the ball. Just a little jab fake, and he sees there's a lot of space blocking there. Now his corner's way off. Flipped out there to him. Good ball. Good accurate throw right there on his upfield shoulder. Not a great block. He loses his base a little bit. Gets just enough of him to allow his guy to get up on that corner. Corner's very hesitant to try to make a play right there. Definitely don't want to get in there. He's not about that contact, all that stuff. But right here you can see kind of a different look. Not sure exactly what Corral was looking at. I could definitely see the coaches telling him, hey, if we get to the spot where we're running this tail motion, you see it's cover 3, and they're rolling the safety away from where we're going, and you feel good about it, flip it out there, which a lot of times, anytime you run stuff like this and there's an option to throw it out there, the best option is to get the ball in space, and that's what he's able to do right here. Wasn't a perfect look, one like RPO that you could really tell what was going on, but I think he just saw it as cover 3, and these guys are going to be able to take care of the most dangerous guys. All right, this clip's a little weird to tell what's really going on because it kind of froze up, but right here you can see this guy's going in motion. They're actually in pistol, and they end up running outside zone that direction. So he's going to actually go between the quarterback and the running back to that tail motion. Now he's going that direction. They're running outside zone over here. So when you're in the pistol right here, it's got to be a pre-snap look. If you roll it back to the pre-snap, obviously he's coming in motion. He sees that guy's low, that safety is kind of in no man's land. He's not low. He's not extremely deep. And you can see they're rolling right there. So Corral sees there's a lot of space. Even if this guy wouldn't have blitzed, he would have felt good about throwing this out there. He catches it. This guy actually fires. He just flips his hips right now. No route, no ride at all. Puts it on him right there. And it actually helps that guy blitzes. If he wouldn't, they would have blocked right there. Or if that guy's inverting, he would have taken him because he's the most dangerous. But right here, able to take 1, 2. Now they're out in space. Now there's a lot more space out there. He's able to make a cut, create a big play right here against Vandy. Here's a look here that Ole Miss ran pretty consistently. They ran about 3 or 4 times. against A&M, and they were starting a trip set, whether it's trips to the boundary or whatever, tell him over to 2x2, and it started off being a 4-2 box with the trips, and whenever they motion, as you can see right here, all they do is they bump those backers and it turns into a 4-1 box. Everybody's out, safety stay high, so right there it's a great box to run the ball to. They let him get a little bit wider. Now it's obvious, hey, it's just a 2x2 set, that guy's just really deep now, right? So he's out there wide. We've got a 4-1 box running outside zone. There's the double right there up to the outside backer. Huge alley right there. Able to contain that right there, but that's fine. That's where we want to go anyway in the B gap. And now that safety's coming downhill, having to make a play. Can't quite make the play right there. But you can see again, tail motion was started in 3x1, got to a 2x2, got to a really advantageous box to run with the 4-1 look because this guy bumps out. Just hand the ball. There's no reason to do anything. He flips his hips. You can see he's faking that throw, trying to keep those guys a little bit wide. Big gash right there for Ole Miss. Safety's got to come down and make a play, and that's why running backs are back there because they're going to be able to make those guys miss. Here's an interesting play here with just a little bit of pop. And a lot that's going on here. Clips a little cut off, so right here we can't see the pre-snap, but right here they are off. Comes in tail motion, goes wide right there. You've got these two guys out here on the line, so we're in an unbalanced set. They got 2 for 2 out here. Safety over the top. Here's the guy for number 3. And what they end up doing is they end up RPOing and reading this guy. So when he comes in motion out there, he bumps out and gets outside leverage, and he runs that seam right into that area. They actually read this guy. If he would have gone to guard that fullback, then they would have handed the ball off. Now they're plus in the box right there, and they're rolling on that safety. He's going to have to make a play. But right here you can see, reading right here, he steps in. There's that release by that fullback going inside shoulder there. There's a swing, and if this guy would have stayed on that fullback, they would have thrown it out there. They like that leverage. Flips his hips, right foot, left foot, gets it out, puts it on his body for an explosive play there against Auburn. Again, right here against this man coverage, off man, they're able to influence that guy with that motion, get that pop there, read that guy for the RPO, and flip it to him. If he would have guarded him and didn't like it, there's a lot of space out there still, and you can throw it out there now. We're 3-on-2 out there wide with that safety to make a tackle. So I thought that was a real interesting look. They did a good job of scheming that up and creating a big play. A lot of guys are in conflict right there in an unbalanced set. Here's a similar look of this pop RPO that they ran against Auburn, and they threw this. So right here he's going seam. This motion right here is going out there. Now we've got 2-on-1. That's basically our read. You're going to block zone base. So right there they're working those 4. Going to double up to right there. So as the motion comes right here, you can see Corral. He kind of eyeballs this direction looking at these guys and snaps it. As soon as he catches it, you can see his eyes go right there. And about the time he's getting that mesh, you can see he's backing up. He didn't step into the box for the fit, so he hands the ball off right there. If he would have stepped in for the fit, now he's got this seam right here. If he's guarded that direction with the seam, now he's got this swing out here from this receiver. So right there, good read. You can see he's backing up, playing pass. So hand the ball off. Doing a great job working up to those backers. Good cut right there. Now we're going vertical, making a safety fit wrong. Fumbles the ball, but right there you can see the scheme and everything was right. Good read there by Corral to hand the ball off when this backer's dropping. They end up running one of their favorite plays with this motion as well. So they get in twins, bring this across. So this is one of their favorite shot plays. They're going to go post right here. He's running that climb. You're getting him to the flats. He's actually protecting, then he's going to check to the flats. So typically they wouldn't have 2 guys to the flats. They'd have another guy right there on the dig. But right here, with that tail motion, they kind of lose their chance to do that. But we'll look at a few more looks where they do have just single guy to the flats. So right there, they're faking. He's going right there. They actually got 2 guys to the flats right here. And you can see he's vertical releasing. Then he's going to try to get over to that dig. He's just running that post. And quarterbacks look first. He's looking for that post. If he doesn't like it, now he's going to reset. And right here, you can see why Corral is going to be a first-round draft pick. Really good defense. He's got a hold of his foot. Steps back, and he's still able to drill this ball on this about 15, 16-yard drag all the way across the field, and he's able to beat that coverage right there. It's pretty tight. So really impressive play right there. Simple concept. Again, you're going post, especially if you're getting guys that are rolling hard to this motion and stuff. That post and then that drag across could be good. We'll look at a few more looks of these guys running the same concept. This right here is the same game, same concept. Right with this tail motion going flat. As you can see with that motion, they're getting this guy rolling. The safety's rolling down hard. Could have been a pre-snap thing if they were wanting to blitz this guy. Numbers aren't right. Good job right here by the back. Instead of getting out, he sees that there's a threat here, so he's going to fake across. Now he's blocking. Last time we saw it, he was releasing. And right here, you can see going post. And then here's this drag coming across. If they take 2 for 1, this drag should be getting in that space. Great job here by Corral, just filling, getting a little pressure right here. Flip it out there with that guy that blitzed. There's nobody left in the flats. That's the only guy that can get to the flats if that corner's over the top with that post. So right there, continues to get depth so he's not getting hit. Flips it out there. As you can see, there's a ton of space. Great job right there just filling that blitz, understanding that there's nobody left in the flats. Deal it to him right there, even though it's not our first progression. Gets it out early to him. Able to create a pretty big play there against that defense, against when they're being aggressive with that blitz. So again, catching it. There's the guy coming across the block. There's that post, taking 2 for 1. And right here, that guy's doesn't get wide enough, quick enough. You get feeling a little pressure, flip it out there to him. If they wouldn't have liked it, say this guy would have been running hard. Hopefully you can protect this long enough and allow him to get into that window on that dig. So really good concept right there. Easy, high-low right there on the safety, and you're able to high-low the backer as well. This is a look here. I think they actually started a tailback spot in motion right there, but you can still start in that 3x1 and motion them just like this. Still getting to that same flood concept. And as you can see, going across, Tennessee's rolling down to it, and I believe it's man-to-man cover 1, and we're getting the outside receiver. You can't see him out here, but he's just running a post or a go. These guys are going to run this dig back to the other side, so you're just going to go 1. If that safety and corner run with it, now we're going 2, 3. Those should be good man beaters. And right here, he's going to the flats. Should be able to take him, open up these windows. So as this is played, you can see faking opposite. Typically, they've been faking to it, going to the flats there, but with this guy going to the flats, they're able to take care of that. He's actually swinging that direction. Right here, you can see he's starting on the dig. Quarterback likes it out there one-on-one. Safety isn't able to roll to it. Feels like they won right there going vertical, so he took a shot. Unable to complete it, but right there you can see what they were trying to do. And here are these guys running the digs across right there. Again, man beaters, a lot of space right there. If you wouldn't like that, got on top of this defender, which right here I would say is definitely on top of him. We just miss. But right here, if you didn't like it, now you're going here to here on those digs. Somebody's probably going to win, maybe with a little more space with a higher percentage throw. But you can see what they're trying to do, trying to accomplish right there out of that set. Here's a really good one right here. They're in twins this direction. They swing him that way. They run the post there. They run the drag. He's in pro. He's right there faking across, going to the flat. So this is a little bit more like what they would typically do as far as the back and everything. But right here, I like motioning away from it and then getting that high-low that direction. So right here you can see ball gets snapped. A lot of guys, they'll try to blitz right there with that motion from the backside to try to run a thing down. That's what they kind of do right here. Not much of a play action. I mean, it's pretty obvious this is a hi-hat look. Obviously, you get a puller, which is fine, and he's stepping down right there. They were able to pick this blitz up, or maybe it's one of those things where they just ended up blitzing late just because they thought that it was one of those things. But right here going vertical, looks like man-to-man. He's running with them. Linebacker's a little bit lost. Here's that drag coming across. Nobody running with him man-to-man from that side. Maybe it's a little bit of a zone-man mix. He comes across. There's a ton of space over here. Catches it. Nobody's even looking at him. That guy is still running with that post. There's a safety over the top. This side, which looks like zone, is nowhere to be seen. So right there, really interesting. I don't know if it was a zone-man mix or if this corner just kind of did the wrong thing, but right there, they'll take advantage of it. Might have been something that they saw that with that motion, they're going to man up that single and blitz. But right there, got it out. And then again, you got a third of the field with about 5 yards to get into the end zone with one safety. And that guy just looks dumb. And he gets into the end zone for a big touchdown. Real easy read there for the quarterback. I mean, we're going post, and then we're coming back to the drag. So this is a concept that's really good, especially if you feel like you have time to protect it and your guys can get across the field to the voids. Let's another look here of how you can use this motion with different RPOs. Right here, they're in empty, and they're using this quarterback run right here. You can see receivers way out here, getting good splits. They motion him with the orbit motion right here, and he's going to watch what the defense is doing. So right here, you can see this backer getting a lot of width right there. You got a corner. You got this guy's outside leverage there. It's going to be hard to get the edge right here with him getting that leverage outside. You can see right before the ball snapped, he's eyeballing right there. Sees him start working out. Catches it. Now he gets his eyes to him, and he sees he doesn't like that leverage, doesn't like the numbers, so he gets a little bit of a pump there to the motion guy. Now he's taking off right here on a draw. So all they're blocking here is basically zone base where they're pass set and getting a double team right there, working up to that backside linebacker, and everybody else is washing them by. So right there again, Now you're getting the numbers in the box. Is it perfectly blocked? It is not. But that's why you got quarterbacks that can make plays right here. Same thing with your running back. Same concept here from Ole Miss. Different game. Similar situation right here. Down in the red zone. Going motion right there to 3-by-1 again. There's your read basically. So as he's coming in motion, you can see this guy. His cleats don't ever get out of the ground. He's sitting there. He's looking. He's staring for whatever reason. He's telling him, hey, bump, man. It's time to go ahead and bump out there. They don't bump. Crowd just catches it and he throws. And you can see right there, once he gets it, he just eyeballs that guy real quick. Sees that he's not running out there, flips it to him. And now we got to do our job on the outside. Stretch that thing wide. So then even if that guy does keep containing, now that window is wired to cut back so there's more space. Not a bad job here by the receiver. He's on the outside shoulder. Running back turns up just a little bit early. He should catch that thing and stretch that thing to the ticks. Try to get out there. If he rolls right there, he's probably going to get this first down on this 3rd and 6. But instead he gets held up just a little bit. And now anytime you get held up against a good defense, it's going to be hard to get that first down. Alabama's able to rally and keep him short of getting the first down right here. Now, obviously, if this backer would have widened out, maybe he's running with that guy right there. Maybe you got a guy that's doing a really good job in man coverage staying tight. Then he would have pumped it. And you see right there, he's releasing. They're doing a good job here up front. Anytime you get that empty set of twisting, and that draw would have been dead up front because the O-line missed this twist right here. Anytime you're getting an empty, you got to understand that there's probably going to be a twist from a good defense to account for a draw or some kind of a quarterback run. That's what happens right there. But you can see what they're reading, and you can see that they had a really good chance of making the first down if they just would have continued on their track and gotten around the defense.